Hello, I am Andrey Bednyakov from Moscow in Russia. I am very glad to be enrolled into Sloan Strategy and Leadership Development Program of LBS, and I would like to introduce myself. During my studies and work experience, I received very good understanding of various concepts and issues in financial management and investments. I graduated with honors from the St. Petersburg State University of Economics and Finance, received business administration degree at the business school in Norway, earned semi-professional qualification. My graduation thesis was devoted to decision-making in investment project selection process, and I carried out extensive research on this topic in St. Petersburg, prepared questionnaires, met with key managers from selected companies, treated collected data, and used it for making the final conclusions. I am experienced corporate finance and investment banking executive with a track record of defining and guiding financial strategy to drive profits and fuel growth for organizations across various sectors, from oil and gas to banking. During my career, I was attracted to new projects and systems development by the prominent international organizations like Lukoil, ТНК-BP, Georgia-Pacific, Sberbank of Russia. At Lukoil, for example, I coordinated creation and implementation of the budgetary process for Lukoil overseas group of companies. At ТНК-BP, I executed functions of a finance manager of the business unit, which developed one of company's major oil-producing entities in Siberia. I had to establish from scratch finance and control function for multi-billion-dollar program of projects. One of the most interesting and challenging experiences I went through was with Sberbank of Russia, the leading Russian commercial bank. I coordinated activities of the group of people responsible for developing new product line for public finance clients, as well as developing bank's practice in public-private partnership area. I also implemented new coverage model, which we developed together with strategic consultants. As a result of these activities, bank's share of business in public finance segment significantly increased. During the last 3 years, I devoted a lot of time researching PPP projects in terms of Russian and international legislation. I had decided to publish my findings and wrote the book Public-Private Partnerships, International Experience and Legislation in the Russian Federation. This study had been based upon opinions of the leading banks, legal consultants, and representatives of state authorities, and it analyzes current Russian regulatory framework under the angle of best international practice. This book had been highly evaluated by the government of the Russian Federation, and it was considered by Biblioglobus, publishing house, one of the leading in Russia, as very interesting and useful for professionals in this area. Now it is sold in their bookstore in the center of Moscow. Speaking about my hobbies, I like to travel a lot. I visited many interesting places around the globe, in Russia, in North and Central America, in Europe, in Africa and the Middle East. Many of these places are quite special, and they are not visited by tourists very often, like Oman. I am also fond of art, and I try to follow interesting events like art exhibitions in Arkhangelsk near Moscow or in other places like London or Paris when I visit them. I am sure my knowledge, experience and interests will be very useful for Sloan Fellows, and I will be very happy to gain strategic leadership skills and extend my business network. Thank you for your attention and see you soon in London.